Stories with fantastical bodies are usually able to make one reflect on their own identity and presence in the world. Video games are able to do this in a magnified way, since they are living the story and controlling the character's every action and decision. Hollow Knight, a Metroidvania game, released by Team Cherry in 2017, is an extremely detailed, hand-drawn game with a complex storyline that touches on significant issues about the world and the individual. In this particular video, the analysis will be focused on the main protagonist and its role of defining identity given its body portrayal and history. The game starts by showing a hint of an ongoing problem that must be solved. The Knight, as it is often referred to, doesn't actually have a name, or even a proper introduction. Instantly after that, the player is thrown into the world without any rules, no directions, no controls. This is already of extreme significance, as it reflects the huge aspect of real life, uncertainty. We might know some aspect of what we wish to achieve, but how to get there, why we're doing this, or even who we are concepts that are built over time as one's lives are lived. As the player explores the region, a sense of purpose and goal begins to be formed. By exploring the locations, it is possible to notice that most other characters and even enemies resemble bugs and insects, but that none of them actually resemble the Knight. It is also possible to notice that the enemies look as if they were bugs, but seem to be sick and to have no control over their bodies, which is shown throughout the vivid orange color that appears once they are struck. The game progresses and it becomes obvious that a plague has taken over the world and most of its beings were affected. The goal of the beginning of the scenes becomes clear. This plague must be stopped. But how? Going to the lowest level of the world, the player finds the Abyss, a pit full of skulls similar to those of the Knight and Dark Void being who travel around mindlessly. The player sees himself reflected on a Void statue, concluding, I too am made of this, for this. Empty beings created not to feel and made to contain the plague. All those who failed left to rot in a pit as if they were only experimental waste, even though one can see the suffering that they still encounter. After this discovery, the player realizes his final goal. He is the only one that can contain the plague and save everyone. However, this time, the choice is theirs to make. This completely contradicts the whole grounding of the Void beings, which were made to not feel, not talk, not choose, and here's the Knight player doing all of that and more. An empty being is never empty as long as it has purpose. In the world that we live today, the millennial generation currently faces situations as this, expected to succeed at young ages and the pressure of maintaining a perfect internet identity. Many lose themselves and feel as if their lives were already set for them, But this game beautifully tells the truth that one not only must decide their own path, but can decide it. If the player wishes to never end the game, they may travel the world for as long as they want. The choice is theirs. Not only that, but the game gives options for 3 different outcomes, no spoilers, which also helps build a sense of meaning and choices in one's life. Hollow Knight is able to portray the scary reality that many face in current society, the difficulty to understand and build one's own identity. Not only that, but the game also provides the player with a sense of control and satisfaction with themselves and own decisions. Thank you.